For my project, I took on the role of a school district administrator who creates a action plan for a specific district. And the specific group I examined throughout my paper are students of color. I think the most important thing to take away from my paper right now is that Black gifted students are not being referred to the program because of race and financial reasons, but mostly because of race. Right now, 79% of teachers in the U.S. are white, fairly around middle age, so like 45, 49. And in order to be in order to get into the gifted program, you do have to be referred by your teacher. They used to do universal screenings, which means every child that's enrolled in school gets screened. And when they did start to do that, the percentage went up to 180% more students were identified as gifted. And 80% of that 180 were Black students. So 80% of Black students who are gifted are not being identified every year because teachers are not referring them. So this does definitely have to do with race. So Black students are being held back simply because of the color of their skin, and that's very, very unfortunate. Another thing I would say that would be important to take away is a lot of unfortunate Black families are not being told about how gifted their child is, and they are not informed, so they're not able to hold their schools accountable for holding their students back. So that's something I think that was very important to take away. And as for my plan, the first thing I wanted to do was require universal screening so that those rates will continue to go up and we will continue to see representation of Black students in the gifted programs. And then the next thing I wanted to do was make multiple screening steps. So it's hard for some people to take tests to identify their strong suits. So I thought a better way to do was giving teachers a checklist and that they could go through it. And by the end of, there will be a period where they would have to turn in the information they have taken by observing the students in their classrooms. And the last thing I said for my plan was that that teachers would have to go through training. And the training is so that they'll be able to understand other cultures and work with other cultures, because a big percentage of teachers said that they didn't identify Black students because they weren't sure of their culture, their background, and why they did the things they do. So a teacher said that what one teacher might find as advanced, another teacher might find as disruptive. And me personally, I don't think that is a good excuse to hold someone back. I think if you're a teacher, then you should know the most effective approach. And it's important for all teachers to know how to work with all students. So I think that would be a good training. It would be great if teachers could go through a training to be able to understand other cultures and other people from different groups, because if you're going to teach, you should be able to be informed on how to work with each and every student. There's no way to say, well, I'm Black, so I'm going to have all students. No, that's unacceptable. I should be able to work with every student that is in my classroom. So I think those are the most important things that I found in the plan that I put together. Thank you.